Our guest this evening is Rebecca Dakin. Hello, Rebecca Dakin.
Hi, Ian.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. So you're an escort and an author?
Yes.
In that order?
Yes.
Yeah.
The latter is more recent.
How long have you been an escort?
9 years.
9 years?
Yeah.
So that's... What?
Nearly a decade.
Yeah, I understand the concept of 9 years.
Which sounds longer, doesn't it? When you say nearly a decade, it sounds longer than 9 years.
So what? Okay, all the questions I'll ask you then are questions that I'm absolutely sure you get asked all the time. Why did you become an escort? What was the reason behind it?
I was doing various low-paid jobs, getting £100 a week, and just getting sick and tired of just not being able to afford to do the things I wanted to do and the lifestyle I wanted to lead. So I just decided I was just going to do something a little bit crazy and sack my job in.
Did you know somebody else who did it?
No, it was really...
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see something though? There was no... Had you watched, an episode of Trisha or something?
No,
I can do that.
No, my friend and I, we would wanted to get rich quick, and it was like, right, what can we do? And we discussed maybe the option of dancing, going abroad to dance, and we started buying the Stage magazine and looking at various different lap dancing jobs.
Sure.
I did that for a short while, but I've got arthritis, and physically I couldn't carry on doing that. So I came back and was basically living at home for a while, and I thought, well, I can't do dancing career, that's over. I'll give the escorting a whirl, and just kind of went into it blind, really, didn't know anything about it.
Does it not reduce the attraction when you say arthritic escort girl available?
Yes, it did cause a few problems when it first started. It was rather embarrassing,
So am I right on that? I might be wrong, but tell me whether I'm right or wrong. The escorting, and I've spoken to women before who've done it, I've spoken to blokes who've done it, can take one of two forms. You could just literally be an escort and go out with somebody for the evening and escort them to a dinner party, be a good-looking date for them, somebody who either they might not be able to get a date, they might choose, even though they could get a date, to take somebody who knows how to glam up and behave at certain events, or it can take the form where, of course, you do all of that and then you have to have sex with them afterwards. Is that right? It could be one of the two, or is it always the second?
I think the first is somewhat
rare.
A myth. I do some platonic dates, but generally people want a bit more than that. But it's people pay for the time, so it's not. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. Everything I do is my choice because I choose to do it.
So they pay for the time.
They pay for the time. Yeah, that's it.
So there's no guarantee that you're going to have sex.
No.
But that's clearly what most of them are thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you just size that up on the basis of whether you fancy them?
I'm just really fussy with who I see, I think.
Oh,
no, it's
in
not.
The first place.
Yeah, it's not. It's not about physical attraction at all. It's just if somebody's a really nice guy, they treat me with respect. Yeah. And they treat me well. That tends to end up as part of the evening. Okay.
And do you have regular clients?
Yeah.
So, and have you got such a client base now that you don't have to really take on new clients?
No, I mean, the whole idea of me writing this book, the girlfriend experience, is because I want to kind of really put it all to bed and just move on and do something different.
So you don't want to carry on escorting?
That's the plan, is to not carry on.
But whatever way you dress it up, and I understand you're in control of it, I understand that it's your choice. If you don't want to sleep with somebody, you don't, and I get all of that. It's a very specific thing, though, isn't it, to advertise, essentially, to take up a profession where the bottom line is you're going to have sex with somebody you don't necessarily know, and not in a one-night stand, met them in the pub kind of way. It's purely for cash. I mean, that takes a certain kind of person. Are you not losing something of yourself in doing that?
No, I don't feel I am. I mean, I think of all the girls that go out binge drinking, get absolutely hammered, off their face, walk off with a random stranger, go and have sex with them. Nobody knows where they are. They don't know what they're doing. Probably wake up in the morning, they don't even know if they've had sex or not. That I think is degrading and not having respect for yourself. But what I do, no, I don't feel.
Rebecca is the author of The Girlfriend Experience. Rebecca has a sort of a dual existence, if you like. Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
As in, she works as an escort, but she's also an author. I know a lot of lap dancers and similar kind of professions. And I think there's a thread throughout the kind of girl that ends up in those professions. Am I wrong? First of all, am I wrong?
I don't know. finish where you're going.
Whatever the reasons are, however in control you are. If you're in, say, a nude lap dancing club, you take off your knickers, waggle your bits in front of a man's face. That clearly takes a certain kind of person, doesn't
But
it?
you could say that it takes a certain kind of person to be a nurse, or a certain kind of person to be, a firefighter. You've got to be. I couldn't do that. I mean, people go to me, oh God, I can't believe you do what you do, and then I think that about other jobs.
Yeah, but if you're a nurse, you whip out the medicine, not your vagina.
But it's doing something that I couldn't do. As I say, like a firefighter, somebody risking their life and or going in the army. There's jobs that I have a lot of respect for, and I couldn't do them myself. And it's just because mine's about my body. Why is it any different?
Isn't there something specific about the body? It's specific, isn't it? It's a very personalised thing. It's the ultimate, element of sheer human privacy.
Why should it be privacy? Why not?
I don't know, I just made that up on the spot there, didn't I? The ultimate element of sheer human privacy. Sounding good, meant nothing.
No, I think there's this kind of misconception that people probably, we must be kind of detaching from the experience, we're not able to have kind of normal relationships, we must be kind of really messed up girls that have maybe been
messed up,
abused,
had a dodgy dad link somewhere on the line, all of that.
It's not
quite
true.
Promiscuous when young, that's usually the other one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was quite promiscuous when I was younger, and that did stem from bullying, but no, this is a choice I made. I'm confident now in myself, and I don't know, I think the amount of girls that go around giving it for free, and I just think, well, actually,
that's
I think,
true. There's loads of them. I just go through my mobile here. First of all, there's...
I just think it makes more sense to make some money out. If you're enjoying it and you're enjoying the experience, then you're not you don't feel violated, and you're in control and you feel comfortable and you've got self-respect, then and some people are treating you well, then having sex is a normal human thing. Why should it be,
See, I would be your most... It is Guest Under the Spotlight, everybody. And your name, please?
Rebecca Dakin.
And your occupation?
Escort author.
Escort author. You all right with your pint, love?
Got another one?
Have another. Yeah, we've got plenty more where that came from. There you go. Pure class, everybody, in front of me. It's
supposed to be serious questions.
These are serious questions. This comes in. Let's start with Joe in Huddersfield. Do you have any moral dilemmas about what you do for a living?
No, I don't. I actually keep quite a lot of marriages and relationships together. What
are you talking about? You keep them together?
I do. I mean, these guys, if they're not happy in their relationships, a lot of them really kind of love their wives or they love their partners, want to stay with them, but they're not getting something from them. And if they can get it elsewhere and keep their relationship, marriage together, then I'm actually providing a service better than go and have an affair.
You're like the Samaritans in knickers.
I am, aren't I?
That's nothing.
Without knickers.
Well, yes.
But no, I'm a woman myself, so yeah, of course, I do. There's some guys that I see that I just think, no, it's really not fair what you're doing. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one with the issue. That they're the ones that are cheating. They're the ones with the problems.
Okay. Phil the Poet in Finland. Do you envisage becoming a writer or similar on a full-time basis when you retire from escorting?
I love to, yes.
Can we just mention, your book is out now?
It is out now.
It's in paperback, and it's called The Girlfriend Experience.
Yeah.
There are some photos of you in there, so people can see what you look like. This comes in from Lisa in Sevenoaks. I've thought about escort work. Would you advise for it or against it? And this is good. How would you advise a daughter who wanted to do the same thing?
For it or against it?
You got kids?
There is not yet.
Yes.
No.
You're hoping to have some?
Hoping to, yes.
Some little Rebeccas? You certainly can, yes. Would you advise, because Lisa says, I've thought about it, would you advise for it or against it?
Right, yeah.
So that's the first part of the question.
Okay, yeah, let's deal with that one first. There isn't really a set rule of yes or no, because it depends on the person, and like you say, it does take a very special type of person to be able to survive in this industry. It is very competitive. You've got to, I think, be very strong-minded, keep your self-respect, and the only way to do that is kind of not doing anything that you don't want to do, making sure you're in control of the situation all the time.
Second part of the question, what would happen if a daughter of yours said, I wanted to become an expert?
See, I wouldn't like them to, but I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if I said that they couldn't.
That's all right.
I'd hope that they would choose something else. But if they did choose to do this, I'd hope that they would.
Yes.
Some of my headstrongness and sensibility would have rubbed off on them, and they'd be able to do it in a safe way.
Have you had weird requests?
Oh yeah. I've been asked to have sex with the Bombozo chimpanzees.
What? Somebody asked. Right, hang on.
Yeah.
We're 45 minutes into this interview. How did you just pull the chimp story out the bag? That's what I want to know. I'd have started with the chimp story.
Would you? Well.
So you've been asked to have sex with a chimpanzee?
Yeah.
What,
but they're all very looked after because there's doctors. It's on a boat in the Caribbean, and there's a doctor that goes there making sure that they're very clean. So of course it would have all been fine.
Oh yeah, it would have been great. So
needless to say,
what do they pay you in bananas, or how do you?
No, I didn't ask.
So you mean so somebody else wanted to watch you have sex with them?
Yeah, chimpanzees. They had 5 Bombozo chimpanzees, and they wanted the girl to go out on this boat in the Caribbean and have sex with these.
Was this for a photo thing, or just for somebody's own entertainment?
I didn't get into it that much.
Shut up.
I didn't show that much interest, but...
See, start to mention orangutans, now you're talking. What a good-looking creature, though.
You've got a bit of a fetish yourself for orangutans.
It's the Mick Hucknallness of them, I think. That's what it is.
Yeah, so that was a rather strange request.
Let's talk then about the book, The Girlfriend Experience. We told everybody it's out.
Yeah.
My guess is it catalogues what you've done and the kind of things that your job entails, and some of the stuff we've touched on, but a whole load more detail in there.
I started writing it because I wanted to show people that there was more to it than escorting than what they think. Obviously, everybody thinks escorting belle de jour, it's all about quickies in hotels, and I don't think a lot of people realise that there's so many different... you try and pigeonhole all escorts into one box, and it can't be done. We're all very different. We all work very differently.
Tonight you introduced the chimp element, which we've
go,
never been familiar with before. Is that in the book?
Yes, it is.
Is it? Yeah.
So I wanted to show that actually men pay a lot of money for companionship. So that's the reason why I started writing it. And I also wanted to show that I'm from quite a normal family background. I'm not from I'm not some deprived child or anything.
Yes. There is a plan here, though. I mean, you want to give up what you're doing, eventually the escort stuff, and do other things. More writing. You've got another book on the boil.
More writing, yeah. I'm just finishing writing a second book. I've got ideas for a third.
What's the second book about?
It's all obviously along the same subject.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to, I don't know, maybe do like an agony aunt column or something.
You'd be fantastic at that.
I really...
You'd be good.
I think I would.
Because you are smiley, you are quite chirpy, and that's a good thing. And, you look, you're not bad on the eye.
Right.
Well, I
all the important things for an agony aunt. Yes, I'm glad.
I think actually there is... I think there is room for you in the medium of TV and stuff. Well, listen, Rebecca, it's been brilliant to have you in. I hope you've enjoyed our fun and our humour, which hasn't been too difficult. And you've enjoyed sitting in our studio.
I have.
Drinking our beer.
Yes.
Eating our food. Coming round here from Derbyshire. But it's been great to see you.
Thank you.
And the book is out now. It's called The Girlfriend Experience. It's by Rebecca Dakin. It's got a smart cover on it. Our one, by the way, I forgot to say this at the beginning, was stolen.
I know,
how rude. Stolen. Anything you want to tell us, Adrian?
I'll tell you what, I had a guest the other night who'd ordered me some vibrators. They've been stolen as well.
Same person.
From round here.
Really? Rebecca, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
That's Rebecca Dakin, everybody. We're back with Adrian Goldberg right after this.
Investigate the